Okay guys, welcome to the first Martin Motorsport video on the Martin Motorsports YouTube channel, which originally started as my drifting channel. There'll also still be a bit of drifting because the old fat guy's still got a drift car, so we'll get out and have a bit of fun every now and again. But it's probably mainly going to be Speedway now, where my son Sam and me, after a few years, decided to get back into the sport together. We were a bit unsure what we were going to do, and we were looking at a few different classes, and in the end we decided on a wingless sprint. So Sam and me have been travelling around a fair bit of our lives to race meetings, right from when he was 5 years of age, racing Pee-wee 50s through to junior Speedway at Sidewinders, and then senior Speedway, and even travelling over to England for a few years where he raced for a few different teams. So we decided to get back into it, and this is what we decided to get. So great class. So this video is getting done after Sam's had his first two practices, and it's opening night this Saturday at Mowbridge Speedway, where I just saw the nomination list and 29 cars and about 5 or so from interstate. So it's a crazy class for numbers. So and that also means it's a bloody tough class. So we're not too sure what we're doing yet, but the practices have seemed to go okay. We've just had a basic setup. We've tried to tighten it up a little bit, but I'll just go through for those that have never seen a wingless sprint before, and tell you a bit about what I know, which isn't that much, but it might help you guys a little bit if you've never seen one before. So basically it's a the same chassis as a 410 winged car and the 360 wing cars. Everything's pretty much the same except for the motor. We use a V6 Buick motor, Holden motor, and it's fairly well regulated. The compression ratios cannot be above 9.5 to 1. The computer system all in here is all hooked up, so it cannot go above 6,000 revs, so that sort of helps with saving the engine a little bit and makes the class a little bit more even. But there is a lot of work getting these things set up to get around the track good. So we've been getting a bit of information from online through a couple of mates that also race these and out of some books, so we're not really too sure what we're doing, but so far in practice it's been going pretty good. All we've done, we've gradually tried to tighten it up, so I could be way off here, but pretty much the trick with these things is you get them to run as tight as you can and still can get around the corners. So that's what we're working on. So last thing Sam did in his last run on the second practice day was just wind the torsion bars in a couple of turns, which raises the front. So that raised the front, that puts a bit more weight on the back and gives it a bit more drive, and he seemed to be getting around reasonably good. But we've got a long way to go before we work out how to get one of these things really going fast. But basically we are there for a bit of fun, and hopefully by the end of the year we might be able to make a few features and maybe get up the pointy end every now and again. But we'll do another video with all the setup with these, but there's a lot of things you can change, like the tyre spacing. That's actually a left rear we've got on there at the moment, but we've put it on there because it's easier to put on the trailer. Usually you've got your big tyre down the end there, that's the right rear. I think we've got 3 of those. So the idea with the bigger tyre is you can adjust your stagger, which is how big that tyre is compared to the left hand one, which makes it turn. You can adjust the shockers. We've got 3 complete sets of shockers. There's tyre pressures, there's spacing for the wheel, we're basically running an 18-inch spacing at the moment, but in and out, you move it out, it makes it easier to drive, loosens it up, pull it back to the left, it'll tighten it up. And tyre pressures, things like that, but I'm not going to get into that too much now. We're going to just have a bit of fun, hopefully learn a bit as we go along, and that's about it. That's what we're going to be doing. We're going to get to a few race meetings. Sam's going to have the onboard camera going. I think we've got a little bit of his practices, so we're going to shoot to that in a minute. He's hooked up a camera. I think he had it hooked up in here somewhere. I think Sam will have a bit of a chat in a minute, but we're going to get ready now. We've got the stickers and everything coming in. I'll go through the sponsors we've got probably in another video. We've had a heap of guys come on board, which has been fantastic to help us out and maybe just get out and have a bit of fun. Okay, well, the rain's just started. I know that you can hear it on the tin roof, but I just want to quickly go through the sponsors, the people that have come on board helping us out this season. We've got Septic Solutions, which is run by a good mate of mine, Graham Mutton, from back in my Speedway days and motocross days. He's at Murray Bridge. We've got Damien Drendel from Drendel's Concreting, Wayne Luckett from Murray Valley Sheds, based at Murray Bridge. We've got T&S Stud. We've got Goodgie Farms, which is the farm Sam works on, family farms up there. KC Crutching Services. We've got Darren Smedley and Brad and Tanya from Smedley's Tyre Service, and Darren also runs the Tyre Surgeon. Smeds has always been around all of our little motor racing adventures. He's always got stuff we can have a lend of. He's got a workshop, and hopefully we get away for one or two good trips with him this year, and we usually have a good time on those. We've got Michael Cowland, who's got MC Welding. He's there to help us whenever we have a bit of damage, so he's always around the place to help us out. Also Steve Johnson from Elite Fabworks, so he's runs a nice fabricating business in Tailem Bend, so there's another one there to help us out. He's always helped me out with my drift car when I've smashed things up. And also with the stickers, Matthew Tyler's done a great job. Matthew runs car number 14 in the Wingless Sprints. He's also sponsored by Goodgie Farms, and he's done a great job getting our stickers and everything done for the car. So that's about it for the sponsors for now, but we'll obviously go through them throughout the season. So let's get going with a bit of action from Sam's practices and a bit of a chat from Sam.
G'day guys, Sam here from Martin Motorsport. This is just going to be a little YouTube channel that Dad's probably going to be doing 80% of it. So yeah, it's just going to follow our journey with this new race car that we got, a Wingless Sprint. So I think Dad's pretty much explained most of it and my deal. So got my first practice tomorrow. A little bit nervous, but should be fine. Obviously had a bit experience with other forms of motorsport, so should be alright. Not going to go too crazy, just basically get used to it and try and keep it out the wall, and obviously on all four tyres will be a good start. First meeting in a few weeks. Got to start rear of the field for my first 3 meetings, so basically I'll just be trying to keep my nose clean and not upset anyone. As a lot of people who raced before would know, as soon as you put that visor down, yeah, common sense can go out the window. So hopefully I can control those emotions and not damage anything, and have a bit of a practice for those first 3 meetings. Yeah, that's about it. We'll be keeping you posted for the practices. About to go for a run now because we're still in finals with football, so trying to get a bit of fitness in, and which will go a long way with the car as well. So we'll keep you posted.
Okay guys, a little bit of a run through after Sam's first practice, which seemed to go pretty good. Setup seemed to be okay for how the track was. We had one little problem, and that was the oil leak here, which I only got there to watch from up in the stands for his second run, and I noticed it right at the end. But it just it was oil coming out of these crankcase breathers, and it was our fault. Bit of a rookie mistake. We should have changed the oil. Methanol in these tends to leak down into the oil, and that would have built up how much oil and fluid was down in the sump, and caused a bit of blowback there. So that's what we're thinking it is anyway, and after talking to a few people, I'm pretty sure that's what the problem is. So we should have changed the oil, and we better make sure we do it a bit more regularly. All we've been doing since we had the car was just start it up maybe once a week, once every 2 weeks, just so the injectors wouldn't get bucket stuffed up with the methanol in them. Didn't want to let the methanol dry out. Adds a bit more work, so that's all we've been doing. So methanol tends to attract a lot of moisture, so I think from now on we get that oil changed at least after every 2-3 meetings. So we'll get that sorted out once it gets washed, and we'll do an oil change. What else we got here? We've actually got on the back right there, that's actually a left rear wheel we put on. That just goes on when you put it on the trailer, makes it easier to go on. But the track was pretty good, but we'll just go and show you the right rear. It's pretty well knackered, so not much left on that. Track looked pretty good. They put new clay into it, and there wasn't dust or anything, so that track actually looked alright, but it was pretty hard packed, so it's fairly slick, so wore the tyre out a fair bit. But other than those couple of things, it seemed pretty good. We actually really don't know what we're actually doing at the moment, but we just keep asking questions, keep reading books, and we'll gradually sort it out. But I think we fluked the setup for that first run okay. We're probably going to have to change it a bit, obviously, when the track changes. But yeah, pretty good first practice, and getting it ready for practice this Saturday. Sam got knocked out of the football yesterday, so he was hoping to play in the footy grand final, but that didn't happen. So second best thing, he can get and have another run at Murray Bridge this Saturday. Okay, we're just going to check that oil. As I said, it should have a bit of methanol, too much methanol in it, so it should look milky. So it's probably going to look like it's done a head gasket or something. But running methanol in these tends to leak a bit of methanol down through, which attracts moisture. And yeah, rookie decision not to change it. So yeah, you can see it's fairly milky there. Should be 5 litres of it come out.
We hope.
But I'm guessing there might be 5.5 litres come out with the bits of methanol that came with it. But
you can sort of see it layering there.
Yeah. So yeah, we should have changed the oil.
Yeah.
So Sam will just take it in there. Actually, I'll just get my little torch.
Sort of see it bubbling a bit there. yeah, I just went a bit lower with the tyre pressures on the rears before I went out, and the car felt pretty good, seemed to handle it pretty good. Yeah, pretty happy. So I might even leave the tyre pressures for the next one. Should be a little bit grippier the next one, so see how we go. Yeah, and looks like that oil breather pipe's fixed too, so no oil, so all good.
Okay, just a quick check over the car after the second practice. Notice there's a little bit of oil here, so definitely pretty much fixed the problem changing that oil, but looks like there's just a little bit of blowback there. I can feel it on the inside, but nothing to worry about. We might even just raise that air cleaner that's on the tappet cover, raise it up a couple of inches, so see if that helps a touch. But 99% better than what it was last week. All in one piece, ready for a bit of a clean up now to get the stickers put on it.
Quick update on my practice at Murray Bridge, Saturday just gone. Practice number 2 went good, car felt good. Everything that was playing up with the car seemed to be resolved. Won't go into details, Dad's probably already bored you with it. Got to try a few different setups, which was good and felt good. The track was also greasy at the start, so thought I handled that pretty well, and yeah, I was real happy, to be honest. First meeting this Saturday. All rookies have to start rear of the field for 3 meetings, so basically just going to be treating it like a practice again. Yeah, changing setups and keeping my nose clean, and hopefully not crashing into anyone or anything, and just not to be an idiot, which can be difficult for me at times, to be honest. Stickers coming tomorrow. Dad's picking them up, so get to put them on soon. Big thank you to Matthew Tyler for hooking me up, and yeah, doing me a great deal on the stickers and just being real helpful in general. So I'll talk to you guys maybe at the meeting or the following video. I don't know what Dad's doing, to be honest. Yeah, hopefully from the podium at Murray Bridge when I win the feature by a lap. Yeah, I'll see you when that happens. Bye.